So why did you shoot for BTS then? Like, what made you accept that offer?
Because I know the leader of the Big Hit Entertainment, the Bang Xiao.
Yeah.
I know him very well.
Hey guys, so this will be a really short video. I met up with my professor who directed for BTS Fake Love. I'm not sure if he the one that directed it, but he's like one of the directors or like production companies behind it. So I got opportunity to meet up with him on one of those days when I was in Korea. We talked a little bit about filmmaking. He talked about my short film a little bit and kind of the things he done. A little bit about BTS Fake Love. He also gave me some tips on how to get hired in Korea versus the United States or try to get internships. Hope you guys will get some value out of this. Without further ado, we'll just jump into it. So I'm gonna meet him at Park Avenue. So you never use it?
No, one time I use it for the exposure. We set 30 different DSLR cameras. We've set 30 different cameras.
30? Wow.
So that's the only time we use the DSLR. Yeah. You pick up some Korean expression?
네, 한국어 조금
Wow, incredible.
미국에서 한국어 수업이 했어요.
Wow.
왜?
Yeah.
I like K-pop and K-drama, but like I'm not like, you know what Korean is? It's like if someone's really obsessed with K-pop and K-drama.
Okay.
Like I'm into it, but I'm not like super like a banger.
I see.
I kind of like respect the culture and the idols of like how hard they work. So I'm kind of into that. Because of that, I got into the culture of the language more.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you work for, so you directed for BTS Fake Love. What else have you done? Like other companies?
Here in Korea, after graduation, I went to the film industry first. And then I was an assistant director for a couple of years. I don't think you will know. I mean, I hate the BTS video anyway. So I don't usually say I work on that video to other people because I'm not really proud of it.
Was it because of like the story or like?
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't remember the exact number. Let's say
I saw the music video a bunch of times.
120 some videos I made. Probably 90% is all story based. It's almost like a short fiction. And I don't like performance based, just sing and dance and things. So with BTS, I try my best to persuade them, but at the same time I understand why they want to make a video. So Fake Love is really something in between, which I do not really like. You know, it's not really like story based, which has a very meaningful, strong theme to it. It's not like that. There are some, but then it's not totally like, you know, full performance video. No, it's not like that. So it's something in between.
Okay.
So I do not really like it. And those K-pop stars I made a video for. Probably you were too young. I don't think you will remember. Maybe you remember the time period. It's the kind of beginning of Korean wave K-pop. So it's like HOT, GOD.
I know HOT too.
Yeah.
I'm taking like 5 years to graduate because for me, like I don't think I need film major to like do myself. You know, like film major is like. Doesn't mean anything unless you have a portfolio, right? So like that's why I'm taking my time at school so I can connect with like other people.
Okay.
Get to know like other people in the community. Film major doesn't help me in a way to increase my skills. A lot of things I think I learn by myself.
Right.
So like the more I force myself to do something, the more I do it, the more I learn. So I'm just like vlogging every day when I'm in Korea. It's not, for me, that helps me as a content creator, like thinking like, oh, maybe I could get this, it helps me like practice. Practice for myself.
Right. So documentaries and things, the premiere is perfect. Fiction, then I use Avid. Avid it's a bit more complicated, but in a way the program is designed is really for the fiction framework. And in the industry right now, I would say 60% Avid, 30% Premiere, and 10% probably Final Cut or Vegas or
Most
whatever.
filmmakers used to edit.
Yeah, I mean a lot of editors in Hollywood that's kind of standard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I mean you really learn how to use Avid in 2 weeks. So once you know any major editing program, then it's just different, little different like user space. And, yeah. So I don't think it's a big deal. It's just different, little different like user space. And, yeah. So I don't think it's a big deal. That video was almost your first movie. It was very impressive. I think you have a good eye to create interesting shots. It seems that you didn't have a chance to actually set up the lighting equipment or use the additional microphones or whatever. Right. I mean, that's fine. Nowadays, those cameras are really good at the underlight situation, so it'll be fine. I mean, considering all the factors, I think you did a great job. Next step, I think I would say, think about what you only have, like compared to other young filmmakers. Instead of kind of copying or imitating consciously or unconsciously from what you watched in the past, think about what you can do, just you, not like anyone else. Like copying some cool effects or interesting cuts and things from other movies. You can just do that to make an interesting film too, but in a way then, in my mind, it's not really, it's not really authentic and very kind of unique. So see what, you can actually cultivate and only you can do, that should be your focus. Your first video, I can sense that you've seen a lot of cool videos, like either music videos, promos, or other YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I can sense that there are certain things you try, is something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, at the beginning, that's how we learn. You're gonna go right, I enjoy your voice narration, but then next movie, see if you can make a movie without using any dialogue or voice. Or the visuals.
Just visual.
Just visuals and sound. It's harder even, but that's also how you can really learn about visual storytelling. Right now, I mainly teach the graduate students in my school. First assignment they need to do, they need to make a 3 to 5 minute piece, and no dialogue, no voice,
All visual.
and sound effects.
It's really important.
Then, suddenly, sometimes, then how can I make a fiction? Like, you can, without using any dialogue, you can.
You just gotta have a good eye for visual. The sound design and the acting and all that stuff.
I mean, really, you should charge.
I'm not the team captain. My team captain invited me to the team, so I just kind of like did as a side, like an extra for on top of the photos.
Okay.
So it wasn't that good, but I was learning.
Okay. The internship in Korea and internship in States are very different concepts. So, could you tell me that why you're looking for possible internships in Korea, United States?
Well, my main reason is because I want to learn more about the Korean industry and like the language and the culture. So I kind of want to immerse myself into that instead of like the States. I'm used to everything already.
So, are you planning to stay in Korea for a long time period, or just a kind of short-term internship and then
maybe
get that
internship and
experience?
study abroad after I graduate, like study back here like a year or two.
90% of the internships there unpaid. They don't pay.
Really?
No. In USA, it's hard to find a paid internship because the way they think about getting internship is different. Maybe some will pay for your transportation or food. Yeah, not much. That's it. The reason is that that's how they hire the people, right? You took an internship and they liked you or whatever, then after 3 months or 6 months, okay, here's, we're gonna hire you or whatever. So a lot of people who apply for the internship, even they don't really expect to get paid because that's how it works. In Korea, it's totally different. Internship's internship and regular job application is a different place. Totally different process.
Is it harder?
A lot harder. Very, very few cases, they may hire someone as their regular employee from their interns.
So would it be easier to look at an internship in the States about Korea and then come to Korea for an internship, or look for internship in Korea?
I mean, it depends on, again, if your goal is to experience more Korean culture, Korean industry, Korean language, and so on, then I would say you can have an internship here. But that doesn't mean that after the internship they will offer you a job.
Yeah.
In States, that's how they offer the job. In Korea, regular job application is very different. Again, those major, companies, including networks or CJ or big production companies and things, you have to go through the regular application process, like second exam, job interviews, all that thing. I mean, if you have an internship experience at the company, maybe you'll have an advantage, but that doesn't mean that they can just offer you a job. So a lot of Korean internships are paid because,
It's a long process.
and then it doesn't kind of guarantee that you will get a job. It's just an internship that they pay. But in States, it's sort of their way to hire the person. NBC, they hire international interns. It's fairly new. In fact, about 4 or 5 years ago, when I met some of my friends who were working there, and they've been there for like 25, 30 years now, so they are like department chair or executive producers and things. So I talked to them, because they are the one we got a job almost at the same time. Friends, so close friends, and I said, you guys should hire more Korean interns. Like you don't just create the show for Korean audience nowadays, and because of the Korean wave, Internships in Korea are not like a former regular job. It's open time through the connections and networks and things. I mean, same thing in USA, it's all through the networks. That's why also I think why Korean society is so strict about regular job application process to make sure that it's a fair game to everyone.
Right.
But then internships are very different. So usually they just hire the person through people they know or based on the recommendations and things.
Okay.
So if that kind of internships you're looking for, then yes, but that doesn't mean that you will get a job at NBC. You have to go through the extra
exams, all that
right,
stuff. Yeah.
right.
Have you shot any kid dramas before?
City Hunter?
Oh, it's just that?
Yeah.
City Hunter.
Yeah, and then it's a cross-cultural experience anyway. And I also want to share what I learned from States to the Korean folks, or I share what I learned from the Korean folks to my crew or employees in States.
Yeah.
So that's always, to me, very valuable learning experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, probably the top brand I shot in terms of TV spot, the Honda. Yeah, I made a lot of car commercials, Audi. Yeah, I will show those things in our class when we talk about visual language and commercial. And yeah, those are the kind of major clients. Yeah. But nowadays, my company, we don't really do a lot of conventional commercials or music videos. Now, because of those new media and digital media, there are more works we need to do in that area. And then good thing is that I guess that's what I learned from Korea too, because this country is really based on IT, internet, all that kind of new media stuff. So I prepared my company about 10 years ago to do more of those works when other company is mainly focusing on still conventional TV commercials or typical music videos and things.
So why did you shoot for BTS then? Like what made you accept that offer?
Because I know the leader of the Big Hit Entertainment, the Bang Si-hyuk.
Yeah.
I know him very well.
Oh.
He himself was a music producer, composer. He wanted to be a singer too.
JYP, he was JYP before.
Yeah. And then in Korea still, when they talk about Korean music video history, I guess since I did a lot, I mean, they kind of remember me, like
okay.
things like that.
Okay.
So even after Fake Love, they asked me to do another one, and I
just said no.
yeah, I didn't want to. I mean, at the very beginning of my filmmaking career, whatever opportunities, I take it. I will do it, so whatever. But now, if I feel that I cannot do a really good job for them, then I honestly mention to them, like, you may want to work with other people. Creative things, sometimes you have to wait until slowly fill in your heart and then your mind. And then when it hit here, throat, so someone just hits you, it just comes out because you've been thinking about that idea or story or visual style for a certain time. So now it's really ready, you're really ready to make that. Then that's the time you would make your thing. If not, you just try to pick them out again and again and again and again. It'll be like, oh,
if you don't like burn out.
Exactly, creatively. Talk to the big entertainment in an honest way. If you really want, maybe I can just do, and maybe it can be just like Fake Love music video or something like that. If that's what you guys are looking for, I can do that. But for the BTS picture and something different, you may want to work with those little younger, music video makers.
Yeah.
Maybe they understand those young audience better than I do. The person they work with after the Fake Love, to me, it's just another K-pop video.
How long did it take you to shoot that whole?
Depending on the budget for the BTS videos, we have a bit more budget and more flexible schedule, which is a good thing. So 6 days shooting, and about 1 month for post-production. The pre-production usually 2-3 months at the minimum, so something like that. For other K-pop videos, probably you have 3 days to shoot, things like that.
Short. Very short.
Suman was more like ballad singer. I made his music video. That's how I know SM.
The former SM CEO.
Yeah, Suman. The name SM is from his name.
Oh,
SM, Suman. So he makes SM based on his initials.
Initials.
Yeah.
Oh, did you shot his music video?
Yeah, when he was kind of rising star. He was the founder and CEO, but now he's not the one who runs the JYP, because if he
wants like less than 50% now.
Right, yeah, then probably already went to bankrupt. He doesn't know how to manage the company. Good artist, but doesn't have any media. The people I know here in the media industry, first question is that how long they can stay. In Korea, there's no really the short-term interns. I mean, maybe, but they don't like that. Like if someone who can only do an intern for several months, like a lot of requests I receive, for the summer, I want to go to Korea and do an internship, and it's really hard because
You want the long term.
yeah, minimum 6 months, ideally 1 year. Because, I totally understand their end too. They will say that we train them, we practice them.
Yeah.
Now we can really use their manpower, but they have to leave, then why do we want to do that? Right? So write a good resume, more like a Korean style resume, not the American style resume. You can do a quick search on Naver or even Google to see typical Korean resume, not the American resume. I mean, it all shares similar content, but Korean resume is a little different from American resume. So typical documents here in Korea, the applicants need to prepare is that kind of personal essay, but basically introducing who you are.
The
Page or two, yeah, something like that. Yeah. So that's another document. If you are willing to move to LA, I can get you the internship more than one. Yeah, because again, it's unpaid. That's why. Yeah. You can be an intern at Disney or Warner Brothers or Sony. So easy.
sounds good. Yeah. Korea internship's a lot harder.
Because it's different concept. It's very different concept.